So we've won the league from 650 to 1 and favourites to be bottom. Now to win the cup from the second division. Easy, right? Let's go get ourselves a double. Hello, my name is Damien, I'm that Tracking Football Manager. Welcome back to the Hound Dogs. Quick note before I begin, it is about 5 PM on Monday, so I have not yet seen your comments about what we do next, but I think realistically, we have to move on. Although, I'm now favourite personnel here. It's nice to be noticed. Nothing much has changed since the last, because again, you were here for it. We have not played any matches. I'm going to see if I can do anything about... Can I do anything useful? Can I get a coaching course? Give us a coaching course. I have had one. Oh, I've had two. Yay! I'm on for my National A licence. 600 quid covered by the Hound Dogs, which will have taken a big old chunk out of that finance, which hasn't moved. It was 3,200 quid before, it's 3,200 quid now. But never mind. Tactical meeting. What do we want to do? Right, no. So yes, nothing has changed. That's the important part. You saw us win in the World Cup semi-final. It's 3 weeks later, but it's the Intermediate League last day. We play Magpies under 23s, then we play the first team in the cup final. I don't know why it doesn't say it's at a neutral venue, because it is, let's be honest, but never mind. And again, yes, there's nothing much more to talk about, really. I mean, we'll just crack straight on with it. I didn't schedule a friendly in front of this one, so there are some fitness issues. Other changes we can make here, nice easy ones. Who is Compson? I don't know, but he's not going to play for us. I don't know that name. That's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Zapata and Burrell are both suspended. Leroy Ruiz is not back from his injury. Greg can probably start at right wing, though, so that's good. I think that's the only change. So we'll go with that. Lopez is in goal. Ballester, Chippol, Yates, and Green in the back four with Urenda and Mansouri in the middle. Actually, I am going to play Danny Murphy at right back because he's not much worse than Keegan Green, and he's like 15. I'm going to try and get him into the Gibraltar main team soon. Urenda and Mansouri in the middle. Zamas and Greco on the wingers. Acosta and Marquez are up top. Remember, this game is a dead rubber. We've already won the league. They can't get relegated because there's nowhere for them to go. So I guess they're like fighting over being the worst team in the league, in the entire country. It's not something you want, is it? But it's a bit like two bald men fighting over a comb. It doesn't really matter. We have a kickoff highlight. Marquez sends it back to Chippol and Yates. El Mansouri to Urenda. Chips one forward and misses out Marquez. Mason. Call me Charlie Mason. El Hassan back to Thompson. He calls me Charlie Mason is a properly niche reference. Senior. Si, senor. Nodded down to Zamat. And Da Costa can turn and put one in front of Marquez, but he doesn't see him. Da Costa sets off running instead. Ballester can put one in front of Zamat. Now there it is. There's three in the middle. Zamat to the edge of the area. Edge of the area? Nope, along the goal line. Goalkeeper probably should be intercepting that, but Marquez taps it into the empty net. And 46 seconds into the game, we're 1-0 up. And you have to say, I mean, bombing forward is what we love to do, and overloading in the penalty area is what we love to do, but this ball, I feel like that's the keeper's responsibility at that point. Do you not? Never mind, 1-0 up. It was 39 seconds, not 46, my mistake. We've already broken all of the records, goal scoring, least goals conceded, most points, all of that. Admittedly, obviously, most of those records don't exist because it's the first season of the game, but even so, I don't think the Hound Dogs have done this well before ever. Nodded down by Chippol to Greg. 2 in front of him. 12th minute. Now there's 4 in the box again. Cuts back to El Mansouri. Lifts one into the area. Da Costa's under it with 2-0 up. Now we need to do this to the first team. That's the challenge. We're playing the first team next. We need to beat them to a similar degree. Or just beat them. We'll be fine. I'm very interested to see what your comments said on Monday's video about what to do next. I really do think it's a no decision. Nothing ever came... I mean, it came up that Lions would be very interested in hiring me. But again, no further movement in terms of what about that job actually coming up and being able to do it. So I don't know. Marquez with a bizarre ball 50 yards back to El Mansouri, but Greg finds Murphy. Back to El Mansouri again. Urenda. I mean, that's composed from a 15-year-old right back, isn't it? Greg works into the area. Daisy Ridley from Star Wars is challenging, and it's a pen. Stop. We are not giving it to Ballister. Danny Murphy, step this way. He's got a 7 for finishing at right back at the age of 15. Also, all his hair's fallen out. Did you notice? He's starting to look like a real-life Danny Murphy now. Here he goes for his first ever goal. Go on, Danny. Beautiful. I mean, if the goalkeeper hadn't got out of the way, it wouldn't have gone in. But that's not the point. Danny Murphy, his first ever goal. Who cares if it was the one who put us 3-0 up in the 20th minute? I should have rotated a bit more, shouldn't I? Never mind. We've got Borg and Jeffries and probably Luke Evans of the 3 that will come on. Thompson over a free kick just inside our half. Mason to Del Rio. Alberto, is that you? Veryaki hits one and Lopez holds it well. And I think that's one of the big differences in this league is we've got a goalkeeper. I think a lot of players haven't. A lot of teams haven't, rather. Even right up there, we've seen in the cup against top division opposition, we've seen goalkeepers making absolute howlers. Lopez doesn't tend to do that. Should not have said that out loud at the beginning of the episode, but never mind. Yates chips one out towards Greg. Bit of a stutter. I don't know if you saw it. El Mansouri in front of Marquez. Marquez to Urenda. Time and space in the middle. Da Costa could have just made a run for it, really. Marquez, in the end, it falls to Da Costa. Maybe an offside in there. Apparently not, but it's hacked away anyway. I mean, the game's over. We're going to make all 3 subs at half-time. Danny Murphy will probably be one of the ones coming off. I think. Can Luke Evans play right back? Honestly, can't remember who Luke Evans is. Lots of shots on target. Beautiful. Right. Tactics. Luke Evans is a left back. Do you fancy it? Good lad. Lamont. No. Jeffries at right wing. Left wing. Right. Fine. We'll leave Lamont on. We'll do that. And then Aidan Borg up top. This will be funny. Those are our 3 changes. I could have given Penfold a half, to be fair. 3 changes. And apparently I can change the penalty taker. Evans heads away. Daisy Ridley. Lamont's closing down well. He calls me Charlie Mason. Stargazer am I. That's the last hint I'm giving you for that one. Oh, Hassan. To Mason. Daisy. To Vahake. Or Hassan. To Alberto Del Rio. Back in front of Hassan. Oh, it's just wide. It's a good effort, to be fair. And that was a nice little bit of football they just played. Senor picks up the ball. It's not the very best free kick in I've ever seen. Huge kick. It's off the screen. It's coming down with snow on it. Urenda will go get it. Time and space. No one even closing down. Slots to Sam up the ball. Back to Ballister. They're trying to defend it, aren't they? Borg nods it down and misses his man. That ball's fired forward to absolutely nobody. And Lopez rather lazily waits for Yates to go get it rather than just trotting out and getting it himself. Yates chips it forward, and that's hopeless. Charlie Mason to Hassan and Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio. Mason to Mason. Get on, Mason. Veryaki. And Del Rio must have been offside then, surely. No, he was not. And Alberto Del Rio drives his limousine right in. I haven't watched wrestling in years. Does he still drive a limousine? I don't know. Long time since I've seen Alberto Del Rio. Last time I saw Alberto Del Rio, he was coming out to applaud Edge retiring. That's how far back we go. Many of you are too young to have the slightest clue what I'm talking about, and fair play. I really feel like that was an offside. Yeah. Well, anyway. It's 3-1. There's hardly any need to panic. We have got, again, like 2 or 3 weeks till the cup final. So we'll put a couple of friendlies in then to make sure fitness is sharp. Oh, Hassan is trotting over for a corner, and we could genuinely throw this away. It doesn't matter in the slightest if we do. Oh, Hassan's corner comes in, and Mason nods it at the keeper. Vahake heads it towards goal, but it's not very convincing. Charlie Mason lays it back to Daisy, and that is the end of the highlight. And, you know, since the sub, since half-time, much less convincing. No question about that. Preston chips it forward and Yates nods it down to El Mansouri. No, Urenda takes over. Lamont, it's a hospital ball that was, but we got away with it. Evans to Marquez. Lamont again. Goes round his man, then slows down and allows him to overtake him. Marquez nods it forward. Aidan Borg with a hit. And Aidan Borg gets his first ever goal for the club, I think, maybe. Yes. Yeah, that one was a bit of a disappointment, that signing, Aidan Borg. But we signed him early on, and then, obviously, Leroy turned out to be fantastic. And then we found Marquez as well, and it's like, oh, Aidan Borg isn't going to get anywhere near this squad, is he? Never mind. We're never going to see him again, let's be honest. It's good for him to get himself a goal. Duncan Lamont's actually having a stinker, which is a bit weird. Sorry played the ball forward but missed Marquez. Yates brings it under control again. Chippell. Out to Ballester. Zammit takes on Preston, which is a challenge to take on an entire northern town. Chippell. Is Preston a city? Is Preston that weird city that doesn't have a cathedral? I don't know. Borg for a second, or he can cut back. Cuts back to Zammit. Zammit blazes it into the fire station across the road. And yeah, that was about that. Thompson. Free kick to Mason. Out wide to Wanon. Like Manon, but not. Is that like... Wanon is the evil version. I'll give you a minute and then I'll explain it in case. Because like Wario and Waluigi, Wanon would be the evil... Fine. I thought it was funny. One on into the penalty area, back to Preston, who drives the cross in. O'Hassan with the header just over the top. And even at 4-1, for the first time in a long time, we don't look steady. Daisy Ridley's been taken off. Mason to Vahake. And one on to Preston into the area. Has to go himself, and that's a lovely hit from the right back. And it's 4-2 with 7 to play. He believes in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of his heart. I can't. My throat won't let me. It won't let me. There's not. See, it's not fixed. Ballester throws in. Zammit could slot in Borg with a decent ball, but no. Goes wide, ready for the cross. 3 in the middle. Aidan Borg was probably offside there, but he's missed a sitter, firing it straight into the keeper's hands. And we're going to go into injury time. Only for 22 shots. And genuinely, for us, that's actually not very many. 23 shots. We're fine. It's alright then. Very nice victory, well done. The season ends. As we already knew, we are top of the league. 7 points clear of Lincoln in the end. Who admittedly haven't played their last game yet, so 4 or more points. What a photograph! I did not know I had Tilda Swinton playing for me. Holy smokes, right. Okay, cool. We're going to go. Marquez ended the goal drought. That's nice to know. Oh man, Tilda Swinton has had a good game for us. Great passing, well done. I can't believe I've never seen this photo before. Ooh, Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Anyway, 10 days to the Magpies game in the Cup final. Guess I'll meet you there then, shall I? Okay, so this is it. £30,000 awaits the winner, which is monumental money at this level of football. Not to mention a place in Europe. This is about as good a team as we can put together. Leroy Ruiz is not quite fit. So he will sit on the bench. He'll probably feature, but he's not quite going to make the start line for this one. Lopez is in goal. Ballester, Zapata, Yates and Green are the back four. El Mansouri and Burrell in the middle. Grec and Zammit on the wings. Da Costa and Marquez up top. Well, they don't get much bigger than this, do they? From the cup final, from the team expected to finish bottom of the second division. It's not terrible. It's not been a terrible season all told. What are we going to say? We're going to say, go relax. Hey baby, go relax. Another one of his niche references. I'm pulling out the niche references today. They have a centre-half called Joe. He's Spanish, obviously, but he's called Joe. I want to convince him to be Gibraltarian, but he won't. So that's our lot. We've got to go. I mean, it's the 4th top division side we've faced in this cup run. Da Costa's corner. Swings it in. It's quite deep. It's headed away well. Zammit will pick it up. Zapata's wide if he finds him. He does. Zapata just turns and hits one. And from centre-half, Zapata banks it into the top corner. 1:45 on the clock. And we're 1-0 up. This is the biggest problem we've got, is that we can't... If we could get promoted with this side, we could probably go win the top division as well. But if they won't let us get promoted, which, like I say, is now looking pretty much certain they won't, We have to start all over again with another club, if one of them will give us a job. So I don't really know where that leaves us. I'm going to completely clean the slate for the national team. We've got a squad selection coming up in a couple of days for the Nations League C. Ballester with a long throw. Joe heads it away. Zammit back to Grek. I think we need to get rid of the long throws. Burrell into Da Costa. Hits one, and it's two. 11 minutes in. And it's another top division side that we're absolutely hammering. I don't understand why it's this easy. Like, I would love to put it down to my managerial acumen, but I think we've all watched this channel long enough to know that that's complete and utter horse hockey. So what is it? Is it just that at all levels of Gibraltar football that it is the morale game that... Oh, he's off, isn't he? Oh, he's off. Never mind. It could be that. Like, even the top teams in this country are just not good enough to show their ability over someone else because morale trumps all at lower levels. Lopez swings in the free kick. Greg buries it, and it's 3. Goalkeeper swings in a free kick. Greg buries it. 27th minute. Oh, he was offside. Oh, who was offside? Greg wasn't offside. Who was offside? Okay, well, we owed the other one for offside, so we'll call it level. Let's get some praise out there. Caceres and Coombs stand over a free kick. Caceres hits it. Nice. It's lovely, and it's off the frame of the goal. Yates hacks it clear. Caceres gets it back. Da Costa closes down what completely lunges in at the last second now. Cross comes in again, and this time Carboni, probably not Benito, heads it into the top corner. Again, I'm really appealing to the youngsters with this video, aren't I? Da Costa's marshalling him well and then just dives in. Like, stupid. And Yates losing out in the air, not so good. Bit early to panic. Marquez with the corner this time. Swings it in deep. Yates is under it, and he wins a header at the other end to make up for it, and we go 3-1 up. The temptation just to take all of these players to wherever we end up going. They're all on amateur contracts, so we can. But yet, I know there's better than this out there. But yet, there clearly isn't, because we're about to win the National Cup with a second division side. I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand how it is that we've blown away these top division teams when we weren't expected to compete in our division. Okay, granted, I signed a lot of these players and they turned out to be good signings. But that's what I do. That's my key skill when it comes to this game. But you wouldn't expect them to be better than top division stuff, would you? 73rd minute. Let's get Leroy on the pitch. We have to see Leroy again. Grek is having a shocker at right wing. So we will also bring on Lamont to play out there. And one more? Anyone else doing badly? Kean Green at right back's not doing well, but we didn't bring our 15-year-old. So we'll just leave him out there. Let's get Mansouri off because he's on a booking, just in case. Get Urenda in there. But with 15 to play, it looks pretty sewn up, doesn't it? Oh, too early. Coombs plays one out towards Bolaster. Volleys it back to the keeper. Simple football. Lopez, big punt forward. Ruiz! Burrell over the top. Marquez is shading, won't get to that. But the goalkeeper's come a hell of a long way. Yates nods it down. Pedrito. Oh, Urenda's gone. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. You bring him on to replace a player on a booking. 74th minute, we brought him on. 82nd minute, he gets sent off. I'd say he'll never play for us again, but, well, you know, we probably won't be here for that to happen. Caceres with the throw. De Los Santos, back to Caceres. Zapata brings it under control. Pedrito hits one and the goalkeeper gets it all wrong and suddenly it's not over with 4 minutes to play. Pedrito went to get the ball back and then forgot to take the ball with him. Suddenly it's not good, is it? It's a great hit. And what did I say about the goalkeeper? I'm cursing myself up one side and down the other, aren't I? 90th minute. Are we going to hold on here? It looks like we are. Said that too early too. But we are once again the champions. We've done the double in our first season. I don't even know how to process that. Like, what's next? I'm very glad the manager doesn't go on the stage anymore. That's good. I'm assuming this is the assistant. We look like a Blues Brothers tribute act. He needs to get a suit in the right colour, because that whole black thing is not right. We need the whole... We need the camouflage to the pitch green. Okay? We'll talk about that. Again, I'm probably not going to be here. I will, by the time you're watching this, have been able to see your feedback on the other stuff. So, I am going to leave it... Well, congratulations, what a win. I don't know, because I'd love to play in Europe. Of course I'd love to play in Europe. But not at the expense of another job. And as it stands, the only job going is the Lions. If the Lions come in a couple of days' time and say, hey, do you want a job? I have to take it. How am... It says that Magpies and Europa are both first. And that Lincoln and Lions are both third. And Europa and St. Joseph's are both fourth. That's a bit interesting. Anyway. There's the double. It isn't a terrible one, is it? £30,000 goes in the kitty. £36,954. Now can we go pro, please? No, not allowed to. I mean, I won't leave until I'm pushed for this place, but I really do think don't appeal. I'll find him half a week's of wages that he's not getting paid. Press conference. Come on, then. How much of a factor was the determination? Well, we wanted to win it. Of course we did. Memorable victory. It's brilliant. I'm delighted. All the way to fun. It was lovely. Yes, I enjoyed winning the game. The match officials. Well, who cares? Who cares about the referee? Stop it. We render. Yeah, I've seen better tackles. Will he be back in the first team plans? He's disappointed so as much as we all are. There we go. He doesn't know why he threw himself 2-footed at the opposition's knee, but he did it. We are the overachievers and thus champions. We found one player to sign, a defensive mid, but we don't play defensive mids from College 75. Urenda's been fined half a week's wages, which is half of 0. Let's quickly get to the end of the season awards. I'm pretty certain. I mean, we're not going to get promoted, are we? Here we go. End of season awards. The new arrivals. A C for Burrell. A C plus for Da Costa. A C for Marquez. Really? They're all C's and C pluses. But goalkeepers a C. I suppose it's for the lack of money. I guess. And C's on the way out too. I guess the fact that the board can't judge because there's no money involved. We won the league by 7 points because Lincoln went on to lose their last game. Our average home attendance was 169. But yeah, we only lost 2 games right at the beginning of the season. Glacis and Europa Point. Drew 1, 2, 3 of them and won all the others. 13 wins out of 18. That's not exactly poor. Winners in that league, in the cup as well. As good a season as it could have been, really. 8-0 win away at College. An 8-1 win at home against Mons Calpe. We got £6.25 grand in sponsorship, £112 in hospitality, £99 of merchandising sales. But £30 grand of competition prize money. Record breakers. Luis with most goals in the season. Oh, all of the records because it's the first season, obviously. But right. So what are they going to say here? They're going to say Intermediate League, don't finish bottom. Europa Conference League, be competitive. So there we go. There's confirmation right there. We're not going up. Which means we have to leave. Because there's no point playing amateur football, literally amateur football. We can't play a wage. We're never going to develop a player at this club. Unless we go off and win the Europa Conference League as well, which seems limited chance of that. Like I say, I'm not going to jump because there's no point. At the minute, there's no job to go to. But if Lion come along and offer us a job, we're going to have to take it. Simple as that. I'm probably not going to come back for the international stuff. I don't really see the point. It's Nations League. Georgia, we're going to lose that. Slovakia, we're definitely going to lose that. I don't see the urgency in coming back for these games. We're going to finish bottom of that group. Georgia, Slovakia, and Lithuania. There's not a chance we're finishing anywhere other than bottom of that group, which means we'll get relegated to D, but it means we've got a chance to do well in D, which is what we want. Apart from that, I think that's a reasonably successful. My manager performance is A minus. A minus. What would you like me to improve upon, gents and ladies? I give up. Thank you very much for watching. What a season. If you've enjoyed this one, and let's face it, if you haven't, why are you here? If you enjoyed this one, please do like. Subscribe up if you are new. Celebrate that double. And work out where on earth we're going to go next. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.